What's up, everyone? It's the interview queen Alicia Toot here, and be sure to watch True Heel Heat.
This is Heavyweight Hustle, Calvin Tankman. Tune in to True Heel Heat podcast. You won't be disappointed.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Heel Heat, and I said it right, you motherfuckers.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment channel, as well as our Facebook and Romeo's Twitter for our Netflix's Supercell Season 1 review. We're here to break down the series by Ratman over on Netflix about some commoners from South London who get superpowers. And to do that, I am joined by the beautiful, the lovely Miss Krssi Love is here. How are you doing, Miss Krssi?
Hey guys, what's going on? Good evening, good afternoon, good night. What's up, peeps? Good morning. If you're watching this in the morning, how y'all doing today? How you doing, SB?
I got a whole bunch of dolls on me because my daughter was in here before we went live. She was about to she got on my lap and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna work with Dada. So yes, we're here. Welcome to the party. Anyone's welcome. But yes, we're here to discuss the brand new series on Netflix that started this summer because I think it's one of the best new series out there. So we're here to discuss it. Thank you if you are joining us live on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment channel. You can help the YouTube algorithms by dropping the thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all your friends that watch any type of TV shows, but especially Netflix. The Netflix has a bunch of pretty good shows as well as bad shows, but hey, we're not talking about Love is Blind. So, welcome.
Which is a show I don't watch.
You don't watch Love is Blind? I've watched Love is Blind.
I've never watched Love is Blind.
Do you watch any of the LaShavers?
LaShavers? What?
Yeah.
Nick
Lachey and Vanessa
wife,
Lachey have a whole bunch of reality shows on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I watched the last Love is Blind with the couple. That's when they got to go into like the thing and they
go into the pods and you can't see the person
I did. I watched
across from you.
Yes.
You can just talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you watched the season with AD is her name? AD and Clay.
That one.
Oh man. AD just runs towards red flags. That was just bad.
He's a clown.
No, AD is the girl, but Clay is.
She ran through all. Yeah, and she was
because he was telling her the whole time. He was like, I don't know, I don't think it's gonna work.
The other guy that really liked her, she didn't go with him.
No, but he was a fuckboy though. Like he was the guy. He was the guy that was asking all the 50 million questions, and then he walked out on one of the girls when she was
Yeah.
answering one of his questions. He was like, "Yeah, I have a spreadsheet of questions to ask these girls." I was like, "Yo, this dude's a serial killer." I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
all the couples that did not do well was and then that one couple that did last and did get married and do everything.
Yeah, I don't even
I don't remember their names. Yeah,
exactly. I only remember the drama ones.
The drama ones. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like
exactly.
the one guy that chose the wrong one. He chose Chelsea over Jessica. Jessica was the one that had the kid, and she had a letter that she gave. And
she was all crying and what? Oh, that was sad. Yeah, that was.
And then he picked Chelsea, and then Chelsea was a stage 5 clinger.
Yep. So. And he hated it. He was like, "Oh my god!" He was like, "Oof." Now that's the episode. So what you're saying is I have to watch the newest season of it now?
No. That's I think that's the last season.
Okay, yeah, that's the only season I watched.
I actually watched that because I do FMC with Jeremy and Cher, and they love Love Is Blind. So I watched that. I watched the last season, and yeah. My missus is mad at me because I watched it without her, but she takes too long. She doesn't want to watch certain stuff. She doesn't want to watch Love Is Blind always, and then she chooses like 3 months later, like, oh yeah, I think I want to watch it. I don't have anything else to watch. Have you watched it? And then if I say I watched it, she's like, oh, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Because
you already watched it, so it's like I'm not gonna enjoy it because you don't already seen everything. So I'm like by myself. I understand. This is the life,
That's the life we live, y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, we are live here to discuss Netflix Supacell, which this was just caught us because of I think it was the preview that we saw, but just the explanation of this series is fascinating. But if you're watching us, if you watch the series, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. We appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. Just drop the thumbs up on this video. You can share this video with all your friends. You can also hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here that we do at True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment. And if you're watching us on Facebook, drop a like, drop a heart, drop a laugh emoji, an angry emoji. If you saw Supacell, however it made you feel. If you're watching us on Twitter, retweet the video. It helps out that algorithm as well. But Supacell, to keep it plain and simple here, it basically is a bunch of black folks. Man, they got there's only 36% black people in London. And I think they got all of them to work this series.
You know what? You stupid. That's like in Top Boy.
Let's say it. Well, this is based out of South London, and the description that I'm reading here, it says a new action thriller series on Netflix that comes with a rather unnatural premise. Set in South London, the series follows the lives of 5 ordinary individuals who suddenly realize that they possess some unique superpowers. In order to figure out the mystery behind these superpowers, the characters must unite and find some common trait among them. As the only apparent one is that they are all black. That is literally what it says in this description. Supacell is
whoever wrote this. Okay.
Bravo.
Thanks.
Supacell is quite thrilling and makes for an exciting watch, mostly because we have not really seen something like this out of an OT screens, but basically it is individuals who parents have sickle cell, and sickle cell, the evolution trait, or that trait, it basically evolves into the supercell, which allows these 5 individuals to get superpowers. So the 5 individuals with the superpowers is Michael, who has the power to basically time travel and vanish, and he can rewind time, teleport. He can do it all. Then you have Sabrina, who is a telekinesis. She's a nurse, though, by day and a telekinesis by night. Then you have drug dealer.
Homeboy, what was it? You said the first one. He's a delivery. He like works for like the equivalent of like Amazon or something like that, or UPS.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. He's a delivery man, and he then realizes that he has the power to go in time. He probably has the best power. Also,
Yeah, he does. He does.
like out of all of them, I think that's why he's the main character.
Probably so. Yes.
Then you have Rodney, who is a drug dealer who turns into basically the Flash. He can run very, very, very fast. And instead of using his powers to basically better his life, he wants to be the fastest drug dealer.
Listen, that's the life of a struggle. You want to be rich, you got to just use the stuff that, life comes at you fast.
Then you have Taser, who is a part of a gang, and he has the ability to become invisible. And he doesn't use that to better his life either. He just starts stabbing people invisibly
and trying to rob people.
And yes, he has a fetish for knives. Also,
yeah,
he has quite the fetish for knives. And then you have Andre, who is a former ex-convict turned single father who fought to get his his son back in his life, and he has the power of superhuman strength, and of course he tries to use that to rob a drug house. So
in the ATM.
Indeed. Hey, the ATM, I wouldn't mind. I was like, yeah, I would do the same shit. I would do the same shit.
Pulled it out of the wall and just took it home with him.
And then yes, aka Lamar. The best way I could describe this is that these are the heroes, and the villain is white people.
Yes, because they are trying to kidnap them and use their powers, or like try to like use them as test dummies to see how their powers can be like transported or given to others, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So everything starts with a secret lair or lab or place where they try to house you, and then they, treat you as a dummy, and then they keep you there underneath your will, things like that, like it's jail.
Basically, we see all the people like in their separate cells. Some people got a little something like a homegirl that can heal people. She got a piano in hers and stuff. She's treated a little bit better because she can heal all the people that they capture and bring in there.
Yeah.
So it is written and directed by Ratman. Are you familiar with Ratman?
I am not.
I am not either. This is my first time watching anything from Ratman, also known as Andrew Alabolu. I just sounded it out live on air. I'm sorry if that was messed up. But really, the centerpiece of the whole series is Michael and his Mrs. Dion, whose lives are thrown into chaos. So the first episode, we see, Michael and Dion together. We see kind of establish their relationship. Michael is basically going to ask her to get married. He buys a ring. They've been together for a couple of years now, and he's setting up a whole nice dinner. He gets her flowers at work, wants to take her out for dinner so he can ask her to get married. But first, he has to go on his job. So he goes on his job as a delivery man, and he's out delivering packages in South London, which I've been told. My missus was like, while we watching it, she was like, yeah, don't go out to South London. It's not good for you.
Wow. Yeah. We won't blend in?
She was like, nah, they grind me out there. They grind me out there.
So they're gonna rob us, basically. Okay. I want to go see all the flats and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, like, Okay, I guess I can't do that. All right, fine.
So Michael's out delivering. He's about to deliver a package, and the gang that Taser is a part of approach him, and they basically are like, no, you need to pay a tax to do anything around here or whatnot. And he's like, nah, I just want to go do my job. And he starts fighting back against them. I don't know why he would do that when it's like 5-on-1. He starts fighting back to the point that Taser has to pull up on him with the knife and says, stabby. This is like, 20 minutes. This is now the second time that we've seen any type of thing. Because I'll get into what happens to Taser in the beginning of this show, but I wanted to focus on Michael first. But he gets stabby, and then all of a sudden, because he got stabbed, it basically triggers his supercell gene. So we see his eyes light up, and then he basically rewinds time before our eyes. He's back in the truck. He's now driving to the same place. And he comes out, they approach him again, and he basically goes about it in a different way. He's like, I just want to deliver my package. And they're like, no, you have to pay taxi. He was like, all right, I'll just leave.
I'll just leave. I'm just going to just go.
I'm not going to fight you on it this time. I learned my lesson. I'll just leave. And
which is weird to me as a drug dealer. Is like, people who need their packages, like, are you trying to steal the packages or whatever? So it's like, nah, I take the package and give it to them, and like, why you want to kill me? Because I'm trying to do my job, y'all. Like, yeah, just because y'all don't have jobs, I need my job. Like,
apparently so. Apparently they're very uppity about that type of thing. I don't know. It was kind of weird to me as well, but hey. But that's when Michael first kind of shows his power, and then he goes through. He's like acting very weird the rest of the night there when he goes out to dinner with Dion. But then eventually he's out with dinner at Dion. He asks her to get married. They have the nice magical moment where they're kissing. They're back at the home. He's about to clap them cheeks, and his supercell gene goes off while he's clapping cheeks. It goes off and he vanishes. He vanishes in their living room. He goes to the future where he sees a whole bunch of, he sees 5 people fighting together against these hooded figures that are coming out of a portal. And then the last person who turns around, he sees the guy that stabbed him before he rewind time. He sees 3 other people. And then the last person who turns around is himself, with a big old beard, a lot more scraggly than he looked. And he pulls up on him. He teleports over to him. He's like, what are you doing here? He's like, I don't even know. So he takes him and he shows him that Dion is supposed to die 3 months from where he was in the present. This is in the future. We don't know how far into the future it was, but apparently Dion dies 3 months after where he was in the present. So that is basically becomes his mission for this whole season. He wants to stop Dion from getting killed, and it's all a part of this conspiracy, because Dion is also a social worker. So he meets and she uncovers a lot about this whole conspiracy and controversy that's going on around the people that have the supercell gene. So what did you think about just Michael's whole start of his story in the first episode?
You knew that he was going to take you places into a real depth situation of how he's going to try to stop this and bring these other people together with these traits, or try to find them at that point, because he's like, oh my God, like, what is happening? And then he sees what's going on. So it's very interesting. It has you like trapped in like episode 1, like, okay, shit, like, damn, I need to know what's happening next. Like, I got to keep watching it.
Yeah, that he was the one that
pulled
like
you in.
Yeah, his future self tells him that he needs to find the other people that have the supercell to kind of bring them together, because that's the only way he can stop from Dion getting killed. Then we have Taser, who is probably the worst person out of the heroes.
Out of the 5, yeah, I agree. I'm
totally glad we agree.
Definitely, he's a fuckboy. Yeah, for real.
Fuckboy gangster type guy. We meet him at the beginning. He's at like a party, and they tell him that the rival gang is outside, and instead of staying inside like all his friends want him to and just enjoy the party, he wants to go out there and fight the other gang. So apparently what we will learn later is that he already knew he had superpowers at that point, but he tries to use it and it doesn't work. So he winds up getting stabbed.
Yep.
And he's in the hospital. He comes out of the hospital and he's still doing his fuckboy gangster shit outside of that. After that, that's when we see him stabbing Michael and all that type of stuff. We eventually would see him finally use his powers against the rival gang. He goes invisible and starts stabbing everybody, killing everybody in the gang and stuff. So I will say he did use his superpowers in a very fun way. The whole sequence with him stabbing the rival gang was fantastic. I very much enjoyed it.
That's the only thing we can give him credit on. Other than that, like, yeah, no.
Oh man. But yeah, Taser is a renegade, basically. He's a gang member, and his older brother in the gang life is Krssi. And oh my god, this guy, I didn't even know this until I did my research before our review here. This was his first role ever in TV and movies. He might have been the best actor on this whole show.
No way. You serious?
He's a rapper. He does music, but this was his first time doing anything like TV and movie
He was
related.
phenomenal. Like, we really couldn't
He
stand
was
him. Oh my god.
a tremendous villain. He was a tremendous villain. He's like the leader of the hooded figure, the hood of this gang that is like the prominent gang in the streets of South London.
Don't they remind you of like the guards from from Loki, from the BB? What's the location? The time travel place, the BBC. They look like those.
Oh, the
guards.
TVA. The TVA.
He like those the same guards, are just different outfits, and they got the sticks, and they're trying to zap you or whatever. It's like the same thing from the TVA.
But yeah, Krssi is just he was like just very intimidating, very sinister in everything he does. But he's introduced as like the leader of the gang, who is like the older brother of in the streets of Taser. Basically we get Taser and his crew basically develop this kind of plot. They want to steal some drugs from one of their suppliers in gang because they don't have enough money, I guess, to get the drugs themselves. So they do like a whole meeting in his car, and they don't have the money for it, so they put the drug back into the back seat. Because he is like, oh, you're wasting my time. Get out of my car. And they get out the car, but they leave the door open because Taser is invisible. So Taser steals the drugs from them. But the youngest member of Taser's gang didn't know that was the plan. He didn't even know that was the plan. So he was like upset because he was the one that made the call. He made the call to his cousin that is one of the suppliers and of the gang. And he's like, he gets upset at them, but Taser's like, it's gonna be okay. They're not even gonna know. They won't even know it was us. But as soon as he says that, they pull up on him, Krssi and the guy they robbed the drugs from. So the guy they robbed the drugs from and wants to fight the young kid, his cousin. But Taser steps up for his cousin. He wins the fight and without using his powers. They think they all good. They like, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, you did it. He's like, thanks for having my back. And then Krssi shoots the young kid right in the back. And that starts a whole
war. Man. Yeah. You talking about tight? That's when you was like, you're an evil villain. You suck. Can't stand you.
And that starts a whole war that includes him attacking Taser's grandma. And we met Taser's grandma in the first episode. And she's
Dion's girlfriend.
Yeah, Dion met her as like a social worker and asked her about, I hear your daughter went missing for a while, and apparently her daughter is the one that first had superpowers, and that we saw her in the first episode. Yeah, in the first scene where basically the agency kills her
because she was trying to escape out, and she almost got away, and they killed her, and that was Taser's mom. We was like, yo.
So they learned that from him. We also see her, the grandmother interacting with Taser, and Taser saying he'll always take care of his grandma because she was the only one that stayed behind and wanted to take care of him because he thinks that his mom just ran away. His mom ran away, didn't want to take care of him. He doesn't know that she had superpowers like him, and that's why she got taken away. Yeah, she got kidnapped.
So yeah, he kind of got beef with his mom. Like he hates his mom.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that until later on in the season 1. But we get all of that backstory and stuff. So, but Taser is now at war with Krssi. They have a great scene where they meet in like a public park and they're just talking shit to one another. And he was like, "The next time I'll kill your grandmother," basically. Yeah. And he's like, "I'm gonna kill you." That's what's gonna happen. Like this is where he's at. That's where his head is at. After you shoot my boy, then you knock down my grandma. You attacking my grandma. They even pulled up the whole crew, the whole gang pulled up on his mom because Krssi always goes and visits his mom at a certain point, but the mom sees the gang outside the window, so the police pull up on him. Taser's able to get away. He even gets their guns and goes invisible and gets away. But them dumbasses still had drugs in the car.
You know when you see young, stupid people, that was them.
The Taser's whole gang is a bunch of stupid niggas.
Yep. Idiots. People that shouldn't have guns or be in gangs, that's them.
Oh, man. Crazy. Speaking of which, Michael has been basically on the search for everybody, and he went looking for a Taser. And he runs into the gang members. They give him his number. It made him pay like £100 to even get his number to call him, and he's like hitting him up like crazy. He don't want to answer his calls and whatnot. He tries to pull up on them again, and he gets caught up by that rival gang, and they're about to shoot him, and he literally has to pause time and go back to his crib, and he comes back with the bullet in his hand.
Yeah.
But that is like Taser's story, whatnot, Michael's story. Then you got Sabrina, who's a nurse by day. We meet her as she's like stressing over her boyfriend, who's basically been cheating on him. Yeah. So they pull up at his crib, and they see they have a girl that answers the door. So and she's like calling him out, like, "This nigga here." And she tells her sister to go to the car. She lives with her sister Charlene. And she tells him to go to the car, and then she's out there with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend goes to grab her when she walks away, and she just telekinesis his ass right into the house.
He was like, "Girl, you anger."
Hey, you triggered the Supacell. You triggered the Supercell, nigga.
Her sister was like, "Oh," like she was like, "How you do that?"
And this would further develop when they basically had they go out to like a club one night. Yeah. And the sister is mad. She actually used to go out with the character Krssi. Yeah. But her sister Sabrina is telling her sister, like, "Don't mess with him anymore. He's in a gang. He sells drugs. You shouldn't mess with him anymore." Yeah. He just came out of jail. Stop. He don't care about you. Stop messing with him. He used to beat on you as well, we find out. So don't mess with him anymore. So they go out to the club, and Charlene only wants to go out to the club because she thinks Crazy's going to be there. But he's not there. So she meets up with another guy. They're dancing and whatnot. They go outside. They start making out and stuff. She don't want to go too far with them, but he wants to go and try to essay her. I was like, damn, ain't none of these niggas good.
She is another one that don't know how to pick good guys.
Yeah.
She's another one.
She's an awful judge of character.
Yep. She like the flashiness, and that's what gets her in trouble. The money.
Yeah. She's the one that we learned that Crazy's real name is Craig. Krssi, get it? I guess. But so that guy tries to basically SA her. So Sabrina comes out, she makes the save, she bodies dude, she hits him with the telekinesis shit, but dude is a Supercell too, and he starts coming at her until she has to basically pow him right into the wall, and basically looks like she killed him. She like checks him, and he's not moving. He's not on his Supercell shit. So
yeah, they run.
They go off running, but that whole interaction is what leads to Charlene eventually being taken by the hooded figures, by the agency, because they think because the cameras caught Charlene with the guy before they went off away from the cameras, they think Charlene was the one that
had the powers.
That had the power. So they steal the sister, and that's what really brings Sabrina into this whole play, because Michael had been looking for her for a while. Like, he's looking up packages, looking for different packages for her.
Because he's delivered to their house before.
Yep. So he's like trying to figure out how he could find her and stuff like that. But this was after the fact that he met another person, which is Rodney. Rodney is our drug dealer who basically his whole drug dealing pitch is I get it to you in 5 or it's free. I'll give it to you in 5 minutes or it's free. That's how he starts selling, because he was a struggling drug dealer. He tried to sell drugs to Michael at the beginning of the season, and Michael was just like, nah. Took his number and then deleted it.
He's like, yeah, I got that good stuff for you, man. Like, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, nah, I'm good. Just give me a number. You know, I hit you up whenever I need you. And he was going nuts looking for the damn number.
And he lives with his best friend Spud, who is also a drug dealer. But that's the person that knows about his Supercell power. And I like the fact that all the characters had at least one person that knew about their powers.
Yes.
Like Sabrina had her sister Charlene. Michael had Dion, as well as his friend Gabriel, who was the local bar owner.
Yes.
Then you had Rodney had Spud. Taser had his whole gang that knew. So I like the fact that they had people that they were close to that they could kind of tell about their powers. But Rodney had a kind of sad story when they did like the episode on him.
Yeah.
Like his white mom basically abandoned him because she got married to someone new and was like, get this nigga child out of here. This delinquent.
Yeah. Like I had a baby already. You knew I had a kid. Like how you just gonna like tell me to get away? Like, that's not cool.
It's not cool. He got no
way. The hand that
that's probably why he had to start selling drugs.
Yes, yep, it's true.
Like, Jesus Christ. But yes, they run into each other, and Rodney is the one that kind of is the first one that jumps on board with Michael's mission after Spud basically gets taken out, because Rodney is such a good drug dealer. He's taking business from Krssi and his crew. So basically, they find out about Rodney, and basically an underling of Krssi has someone call up Rodney's phone, but Spud picks up because Rodney gets a lot of energy burn. Like, he has to re-up his energy whenever he goes like running. So he's taking a long ass nap. Yeah, recharge. He's got a long ass nap. And Spud picks up the phone. He was like, I can't do the 5 deal, but I can get it to you. So they call him up. They bring him over to their drug house. And this is where we get the first interaction of everybody kind of meeting each other, because we get Spud getting beaten up by Krssi and his crew. At the same time, Charlene and Sabrina are going out to get some weed. It's too funny. At the same time, Taser and his gang is coming to get revenge on Krssi and rob him and his crew. Hello.
Are you gonna talk Supercell with us?
Say hi, Krssi. You like Supercell? Okay, she's eating something. I don't know if she stuck it out with her tongue, but hey. At the same time, Taser and his crew is robbing Krssi's drug house. At the same time, Andre is the last person from the team. He's showing up because he wants to rob the drug house after his friend, I forget his friend's name, basically told him, oh man, they got the safe and
nobody really goes. It's always open. Yep.
Doors all open. Nobody really has guns like that. So it's the best place to rob.
The friend name is John.
John. All right. Yeah. So Andre realized realizes he has powers because he's at like wit's end. Like he had a job. John got him a job at like a telemarketing place, and he was doing well. He had just came out of jail. He has he's a single father. He has a son that he's trying to provide for. His son's only like 14, 15 years old. And basically they find out that he's an ex-convict and they fire him from the job. But they're supposed to pay him for the days that he worked. So he goes to an ATM and he's trying to take out money, and he sees that they haven't paid him yet. So he gets so pissed, he punches the ATM. It triggers his Supercell. He punches the ATM, and the ATM breaks, and all the money comes out. But his dumbass don't want to pay his bills. He goes out on a shopping spree with his son, buying his son a new phone, some new clothes, and whatnot.
Showing off to his son. Yep.
Wanting to splurge for his son, and then the fucking loan sharks fucking pull up at his crib and break into his crib, come into his crib and fucking want to take all the shit that the son has to come back and give up his phone for him to make some money, and his son's just like, man, you a broke ass nigga. So, I think I gotta sell some drugs.
Yeah, makes him go talk to the local drug dealer, which is Krssi. No, they work for Krssi.
Krssi's underlings is the one that he starts talking to with the braids. But yeah, that's how everybody is connected here. And he pulls up, he's trying to rob the safe, and then everybody sees that they have the Supercell eyes, like, oh, they're like, oh shit. What the and then Rodney just gets Spud. He runs up out of there all fast and shit. So Brady does her telekinesis shit. Taser goes invisible for a little bit. Andre freaking takes the whole big safe with his super strength, and that's how everybody kind of meets each other. But now with Spud in the hospital, that's when Rodney finally goes back to Michael and basically tells him, like, yeah, I'm willing to work with you and bring us all together. And I've met a couple of people, and that's when they get Sabrina after Charlene gets taken away by the hooded figures in the agency. So now she has a reason to be involved in this. They also try to help out Taser, who is on the hunt for Krssi, and he gets attacked by one of the hooded figures. So he looks like he's on the verge of being taken away to the agency when Michael, Rodney, and Sabrina show up. And they start fighting. Sabrina might be the second most powerful. Like
she is. I think she's really the second most powerful. I think, because her powers is like wicked.
She was out here just like, young and flinging niggas around, flinging
stopping
shit
people
at them.
from moving.
Yep. So Michael basically gets Taser out of there. He vanishes and teleports Taser to somewhere else. Then he comes and freezes time so he get Rodney and Sabrina as well. So they're all together. So 4 of the 5 are all together. But Andre basically gets caught up. He gets beat up by one of the hooded figures. They take him in, and the girl with the healing power heals him up. And they basically recruit Andre. They said, if you want to keep your son safe, you want to make sure that you'll be okay, you work with us, and you get other people like yourself, and we'll work it all out, and you'll be fine. You and your family will be fine. So they recruit him, and that all leads to kind of the final big finale. So basically, this whole series, first season, is 6 episodes. And literally 6 episodes. It took to the 6th episode for Michael to finally tell Dion, "You're gonna die."
And mind you, Dion is like, "Yo, just talk to me. Tell me what's happening. What's going on?" Like, she's begging this man, begging, and he's like, "No, I'm good. Everything all right." No, you liar. You trying to find these people that have powers, and you trying to stop something that's from happening in the future. Which is me dying. Like, let me know.
But this is the other caveat here, because Spud is kind of the person that tells Michael, because he went to the future and found out what was going to happen, he may have done like the butterfly effect. If you go to the future, you have now changed your present.
Yeah.
And now she might not die. She might not die 3 months from now. She might die 3 days from now.
Yeah.
She might die 3 years from now. She might live forever. that you have started the whole butterfly effect, and every time you go into the future, every time you try to change
you mess up a
something,
sequence. Yeah.
you mess up the sequence, because that becomes key when we get to our final big scene in all of this. So the final big showdown goes down at where they're hiding all the Supercell people. It's like in this underground place where like drugs is sold. You got freaking Andre's son selling drugs at one of the buildings and shit. But basically, everybody is there because they want to get Krssi. They want to go. They want to confront Krssi because Krssi was the last person who saw Charlene before she got kidnapped. Charlene was all upset. She like pulled out a fucking knife outside of her house because she was going after Krssi. After Krssi put her hands on her because Charlene wanted to have one more fuck with Krssi. He let Krssi clap them cheeks before before everything went down. But also Taser is the main one that's going there to fight Krssi. So Krssi is like, what the hell is Sabrina gonna do? She coming up here walking all tough, and she just bodies him with the telekinesis into the car. Taser pulls up on him all invisible and shit and says, no, it's time to fight and stuff. And this is when all the hooded figures show up. They all show up, and they're all after the Supercell. Our Supercell team. Dion is there. For what reason? I don't know, because Michael then told her like 3 to 4 to 5 times in this episode, like, you should get out of here. Go home. Go home. No, I have to see this through. And this would become her downfall. But he told her, never listen. So we got Michael, Sabrina, Rodney, and Taser on one side. And when the hooded figures show up out of the portal, they're telling Krssi, like, hey, if you need protection, just get behind us. And then Krssi reveals he's the leader of these hooded figures. And he is a Supercell as well. That was a great reveal.
It really was.
I just thought that he
super
was
villain to like this 10th power. Yep.
I thought he was a lower level underling or a lower level fucking crime boss in South London. I did not know he had superpowers. Did that surprise you as much as it surprised me?
Yes, it did. Like, again, super villain to like the 10th power. Like, you just like you thought you hated me before. Now you're gonna hate me even more because now I got these legit cool ass powers and I'm trying to take y'all down. So I knew the whole time what I was trying to get.
I knew this whole time what was going down with everything. I've been a part of this whole conspiracy. He knows what happened to Taser's mom. He knows that they took Charlene because they thought that Charlene was the one that was with the superpowers. They didn't realize that it was her. One of the hooded people is actually Andre. So Andre, they take out Michael as Michael tries to go and protect Dion. They take him out from behind. A big fire thing goes off, and they take him out. There you get Sabrina, Rodney, and Taser is fighting the hooded figures with Krssi, who's now officially with the hooded figures. But so Andre is the one of the hooded figures who takes Michael, and he's about to go into a portal with him. When Taser pulls up, he starts stabbing him, and he's about to do the final blow when Michael finally awakens and realizes that one of the hooded figures is Andre, and he's like, he has to pause everybody and explain to Andre, like, you're on the wrong side, my dude. Like, you're supposed to be with us.
You're supposed to be fighting a good fight. We've been trying to tell you. And give Andre a couple of come on, dude. Like, you need to get it together.
Yeah, because they made up, I think it was Rodney and Michael met up with the friend, and they had the friend kind of set up a time to meet up with them, but that's when Andre gets taken out by the hooded figure, and they kidnap him. He didn't show up. So he basically explains to him that, so when Krssi is about to kill, I think he's about to kill either Michael or Rodney, he basically joins their side. He fights back against them, stops them. They take him out. He's out for a light, or so we thought. Krssi. After they take out all the rest of the hooded figures, Rodney goes and checks him and sees if he's alive. He's like, nah, he's out. And he's like, "Oh, we can't finish him because we still need to find out everything." And basically, this dude cuts Rodney's throat. Then he pulls up. Now has super speed, so he stabs all the Supercell people. He just stabs them. Then he pulls up on Taser and he stabs him like a fucking 100 times,
like a slab of meat.
Oh my god! That I was like, yo, I'm like screaming at the TV.
The last 20 minutes of that sequence was like bananas.
I'm like screaming at the TV with my missus next to me. I'm like, Michael, rewind,
right. Like stop the time, like stop, like yeah. But Michael's too focused on
rewind. Like Dion's watching all of this, like she can't believe what she's seeing. Like she's like going crazy in the car, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And Michael has at least one last breath. He gets his Supercell, and he does rewind time. So when Rodney checks dude, and he's down on the ground, and he picks up the shard glass to stab him, Michael just pulls up on him and just stabs him up, takes him out. They're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he was like, "Had to." Like, if he didn't, he was going to kill us all. He was going to kill us all. So Krssi has one last breath. He gets a gun. He shoots the gun. Rodney is able to push Michael out of the way. But in doing that, he shoots Dion. And Dion dies.
So, yeah.
So Michael did all of that just for Dion to still die. It was like, oh,
yeah.
Damn, dog.
It was just
damn.
An ending that we didn't want to happen.
Nah, it was so sad. It was like, god damn.
Right.
So Dion dies, and then the final scene that we see a couple of different things in the final scene, because we had seen all throughout the agency is ran by this guy named Ray. This white dude named Ray. Like I said, the white people.
Not from Ray Donovan.
Not from Ray Donovan. Is he from Ray Donovan?
Yeah, guy that's Ray. He played Ray Donovan's brother.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Ray Donovan.
Yeah.
But, his name is Ray.
Yeah.
His name is Ray.
He played Ray Donovan's brother. If you watch that show, guys. Yeah.
Okay. So he's the one that recruited Andre and stuff. We see him also with the girl that has the healing powers. We then see at the agency that that Charlene is also there in her own cell. And then Ray pulls up on Krssi, and Krssi is alive. He somehow survived all of that. He's still alive, but they don't like the fact that he went into business for himself and that he was trying to kill the Supercells. It was like, we needed you to capture them. You were trying to kill them and stuff. So no, you went into business for yourself. We don't like that, and neither does our boss. And our boss, going back to Michael. So when we get the backstory for Michael, it's not just Michael and Dion. We do see his mother. And his mother is the one who has sickle cell. So he gets his mother into a hospital because his mother has like a bad case of sickle cell. She starts going crazy. She starts getting very, very sick. And he checks her into like this special hospital that is run by this woman named Victoria. And then we see at the end of the season, Victoria is in charge of the agency. So I was like, the medical field and white people are the villain of this whole story.
Yep, the evil people can't be trusted. Terrible. So sad.
So I was like, God damn, this is deep. This
is
deep.
Very deep. Yeah.
It's a deep message.
I'm about to say, I think they're trying to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
So yeah, she says that we got to take Krssi out. So we see the guard go in and he shoots the gun at Krssi. We didn't see Krssi dying. So I mean, if I was the directors or the people in charge of Supercell, I would keep Krssi around. He did such a great job. Yeah. Keep him around. Even though you shot the gun, we don't know if he died or not. So just bring him back to life again. You did that before, you could do it again. And Victoria says, yeah, we've been running things your way, Ray, but now we're going to
do my way. Yep. He was
meanwhile,
like, oh.
Meanwhile, with our heroes, we see them all at Gabriel's bar. We see them with their kind of their friends. Spud is there as well with Rodney, and they're all there because Michael called them there. He's like, it's only been a couple of days since Dion died, but he's angry, and he says that he's gonna go back into the future and he's gonna find out as much information as possible so he could take all of them down.
Yeah.
And they all do the supercell eyes, and that's
So
how
dope. The Tiger Eyes.
season 1 ends.
I can't wait for season 2. I'm like, do they have like the mid-season finale where they put it on pause and then they're gonna give us the other episodes? Because I want to see them like now. No,
I know. I wish we did, but I think this was a good. It told a good kind of coherent story through 6 episodes. This was a good first season to introduce you to everything. It was a nice bit of sci-fi, but all the characters were grounded and felt like real people.
I agree. A great first season to solidify what can happen to be like a good 4 to 5 season show.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions here. Overall thoughts on the season, but who do you think has the best powers, or how would you rank the powers for each of our heroes? And who was your favorite character? Not MVP of the season, but who was your favorite character?
Okay, ranking of powers. I would say Michael, Sabrina, Taser, Rodney, then Andre. Does that make sense?
Okay. I would go, I would agree with most of it. I would go Michael, Sabrina, Andre, Rodney, Taser. I feel Taser being invisible. I think it's only good because he's a knife. He has a knife fetish.
Right, but
I think invisibility on its own is not as good as being super fast or super strong.
Correct. I agree. What was the other case? So so we only
who's
just
your favorite character?
My favorite character, I like them all, but I think I like Sabrina. I like Sabrina.
My favorite character is Krssi. I'm
villain.
sorry. I'm a true heel. I'm a true heel at heart.
But he was great though. No, I am not even gonna lie. He did his job very well, very antagonizing, evil. He was great. Yes. I like that. I'm not mad at that one.
And your overall thoughts on this season?
I really enjoyed it. Shocked that it was so short, but still left you with a lot for 6 episodes. I'm highly anticipating season 2. So work fast, guys, over there in London. But I overall enjoyed it so much. And again, I just stumbled upon it. I didn't even really look at the preview. You know how you let Netflix you'll stumble on and it'll play for a few minutes. I was like, oh, Black people powers. Okay, let me just put it on. Sounds good to me. So yeah, I like shows like that. You just stumble upon. You don't get no type of publicity, no nothing. You just stumble upon it. And you just watch it.
Yeah, that is true. I do like the ones where you stumble upon it, and that's how me and my missus did too. She saw the coming attraction for it, and put me on, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's watch it. And I got way into it, way more than I thought I would. I immediately went to the True Hill Heat chat when we were done. Y'all seen Supacell? This shit is
right.
But yeah, it's very much there's a couple of shows I've heard some, a couple of other YouTube reviews refer to it as X-Men meets Top Boy, or I feel like it is a Black version of Heroes. I don't know if you've ever seen Heroes, but Heroes used to be on NBC, and that first season was amazing as well. Yes, Peter Petrelli, yes, the GOAT.
AKA the guy from the dad from This Is Us.
And just like season 1 of Supercell, my favorite character was Skylar on Heroes. I love the villains. The villains be Skylar. Oh my god.
Skylar was like the pillar of like evil people that you just hated, but you kind of like love the anti-hero though, because you kind of felt bad for them though. Yeah, I had like Skylar too. Between Skylar and Peter Petrella, those are my favorite ones.
Oh, absolutely. When
And then the
they
Asian
fought
dude
each other,
too. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let's go. Oh, Hero. Yes.
Hero was
Hero was probably I love, like I said, I love Skylar for being a villain, but Hero was probably the underdog babyface of that.
Yep, he definitely.
Like,
yep.
he was the one that you rooted for.
Yep,
yes.
He's the Cody.
I was gonna say Bryan Danielson, but yes, Cody Rhodes you can go into.
Same thing. It's the same person. Yep, exactly. Yep.
Oh, but yes, Hero was my dude. But this is like the black version of it, especially because that first season was great. I'm just hoping it doesn't go down the Heroes route, because Heroes got worse every season after season. So I hope that they can keep the quality of season 1 for Supercell, keep it going throughout season 2.
I thought I was the only one that hated Heroes after like season 3. I was like, what the hell?
I hated it after season 1. I think it fell off after season 1. Season 1 was the peak.
The season 1 was like the top tier TV at its time. If you was watching TV at that time, it was like top tier TV. You had to tune in every week for it. Like it was great. And then it just went downhill. And it ended terrible too. Like you should just cancel the show.
I don't know how it ended, because I stopped watching after like season 2.
I'm not even. It wasn't worth the time. I was so vested in it. I had to see how. That's like Umbrella Academy. I have to see it to the end.
I will say, Umbrella Academy is one that I think I've already invested too much time, because I honestly was like, all right, season 1, this is awesome. Yep. Season 2, I was like, this is all right. It's still good. It's not as good as season 1, but it's still good. Season 3, season 3 was bad. Season 3 was bad. But I've already invested 3 seasons, so I have to see that.
Hey, they got me.
Oh, you did a costume change.
Let me see what you have on.
Hey, Janet Jackson, go show your pajamas.
Oh my God, you have hot air balloons on your pajamas. That's so cool.
And it's got Mickey Mouse. Good stuff.
Ooh, oh, she's gone. Okay. Just like Batman, she's out of here.
She does costume changes, and she's like, all right, peace. I did my costume change. I'm out of here.
She just wants you to come on and let's go. Like, she really wants you to come out.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch Umbrella Academy season 4. I am gonna watch it. I like the coming attraction for it. I like the coming attraction.
They have listen, like we so vested in it. It's like, okay, I have to see it to the end. But my anticipation is not high on it. Like, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
The only person who has maintained just being a great character with great quotables is Klaus.
That's it.
Klaus is still
from beginning to end. Klaus is still Klaus.
From beginning to end, Klaus is still Klaus. I love Diego, but Klaus is
the best one. Yep, Klaus is the best one. Absolutely, Diego is cool.
It's Klaus, then Diego, 5, and then the other ones. That's how I feel.
The other one that's now changed is just like,
Yeah. Elliot Page, not Ellen Page. Elliot Page. Juno.
Yeah. Juno was a great movie. Damn. Yeah.
Imagine how Juno's kid feels.
Ask the Jenners, they know.
Got me there. Ask the Kardashian and Jenners how they feel. But yes, that's the time.
Are we putting our ratings in?
Yes.
Our thumbs in the middle?
Put our thumbs in the middle for Supercell season 1 in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from both of us. 2 thumbs up. Krssi Love, out of 10, what did you give this first season?
First season, I give it 8.5.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Okay. 8 out of 10. It's got me hooked. I need a season 2. I'm gonna watch it for sure.
Watch it. Yeah.
Who was your MVP for season 1?
MVP. Who? I can't say Michael because what's the name died, so he lost his battle of like what he wanted to do. Maybe the villain. Let's do it to Krssi.
I'm gonna give it to Krssi too. MVP of the season is Krssi Craig. Oh man, he was so good, so good. I was blown away when I said, "But this is his first TV and movie acting job he's ever done." Knocked it out the park.
Yep.
LVP for season 1.
Crazy. Taser.
I was gonna give it to Spud. I was gonna say Spud.
Oh yeah, Spud got us in trouble. Yeah, give it to Spud. Okay, you're right. Let's give it.
He got beat the phone. He got the bricks. He should have never answered that damn phone. He should have never answered that.
And he told him, "Don't do nothing without me." Like don't do it. He warned
ain't listen.
Those be the characters that be dying. They didn't listen.
Facts.
Okay, so
all right. Well, that is season 1 for Supercell. Me and Krssi will stay tuned. Keep you locked. Let you know when season 2 is going to drop. And of course, me and Krssi will be back to talk about some more Power Book 2 Ghost season 4 part 2. They did a trailer for that. So I don't know if we should do a video watching the trailer. Maybe we might do that. Maybe we could hook up for that and watch that together and break that all down. All I know is that I was right during our last review when I said Drew's in jail. And then the new trailer confirmed he's in jail.
Oh yes. That's what you was telling me about. I'm like, what you say, Krssi? You were right, and I was like, oh, did you say I was right? I don't remember, but I think we were saying that Drew's in jail because we was like they got caught, and Monet is like not going to take the fall for it. So yeah,
Drew about to do.
I think that's the best place for him right now.
Watch him find another lover though, because he always does.
You know what? Okay, that's.
Krssi, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media. When they'll see you again.
You can follow me for the SmackDown review on Fridays on Know Your Role on bodyslam.net. Then join us on Saturdays for True Hill Heat on our flagship channel at 11:05 a.m. as we review everything, all things wrestling. I don't think we're doing Serving Face and Hill yet. Our girl is down right now. So she's, but other than that, you can follow me, Krssi Love _1 on IG, True Hill Krssi Love on Twitter, and then just my plain old name on my Facebook and other places. Thanks. SP.
Indeed. Follow her over there. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at True Hill SP3. You can follow the gang Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat, patreon.com/True Hill Heat, the best place to support us, help this channel as well as our main channel by becoming a Patreon backer for all the great stuff we got over there. And of course, we do have a comment in the chat. Sorry if I didn't feature this before, but we got Daniel Thomas, who was watching us on Twitter. He says, yeah, this show was excellent. Disney needs to learn from it. Hey, if this is what we're gonna get with the X-Men in the Marvel universe, I'm here for it. Just watch this, Disney. Watch this, Disney and Marvel. Do that.
Oh yeah, because they now have all of the control of that because they don't because Fox. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Oh, hence what Deadpool. Got it. Okay, that's why they had the dead fox in the ground. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay. That's why all the Fox characters are in the void because they took all their shit. And we still have to do a video on this channel for Deadpool and Wolverine. So
okay,
maybe me, Krssi Love, and Josh will do that one.
Okay, so I'm down for that.
But until then, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Go to our wrestling channel, subscribe over there as well if you haven't already. But for Miss Krssi Love, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our Netflix Supercell Season 1 review week. Signing off until next time.
Later.